So for the second video, it's gonna be about visa application because visa application is really tedious. Grabe, ito yung point na naramdaman ko na kung edukasyon ang susi sa kinabukasan. Bakit nakalock? Like, that's really the definition for that. This visa application. Kasi ang daming kailangang i-process, i-submit, patunayan na kaya mong makapag-aral sa ibang bansa. Anyway, let's get this started. This is my second vlog. So this is my second vlog regarding my master's application, focusing on visa. So this is mostly a guide for non-EU, specifically for Filipinos who wants to study abroad, specifically in EU or in Italy, because I'm currently studying in Italy and this is my experience. So it took me a while before I was able to apply for a visa because I have to book my flight tickets. And before I was able to book my flight tickets, I need to know kailan magsa-start ang class, when our classes will start. And medyo matagal bago na-confirm ng university when is the start of the academic year. And ayun, no, na-receive ko siya around July, I think. So August, I started applying for August. So my visa preparation was around more or less 1 month, and the visa processing was around 1 month as well. I applied for a study visa, long-term, the national visa type D. And my timeline is like, prior to August, I already requested a lot of documents, and on August 1, I checked the VFS portal for the visa application because you need to be the one to go there. So I went to the portal and scheduled it online. So August 1, I got my schedule on August 2, that's the earliest free date. And I got my visa on August 29. However, kailangan ko magpabalik-balik. Hindi naman sobrang pabalik-balik, pero when I got my visa on the 29th, the university document is not under my name, so sa ibang person siya mention what university is later. Imagine I'm traveling from the north of QC papuntang BGC. Ang na lang, sobrang ang hirap mag-commute sa BGC. Ayoko na. Grabe ang gastos ko dun sa InDrive tsaka Grab. Email them na, maling tao, this is for the wrong person, so they just told me na you have to come back. They did not even offer to mail it to me. But yun, binalikan ko kasi ako yung may kailangan. So I went back on September 2. And initially, my flight date was on September 17. After ng enlistment ni Koshi tsaka ni Uzi. Pero I have to rebook it because I was so overwhelmed. And ang dami ko pang hindi tapos gawin noong time na yun. I rebooked it on 29. So 29 yung actual flight date ko. The duration of my visa was actually from October 2025 to 2026. Hindi ko maalala exactly, basta I think it's 1 year. Anyway, ayun, kaya ako nag-rebook ng flight ko kasi yun nga, sa apostille documents. If you watch my first video about this one, hindi ko na predict or na I haven't thought na kailangan apostille yung document. So I have to request it have the request from the university, the documents, and then bring it to DFA, and then have to go back and forth LB and DFA to coordinate them about the signature stuff because the signature was not in their database. And ayun, medyo matrabaho eh. Ang dami nangyayari sa akin noong panahon na yun kasi I have to meet friends, I have to pack my stuff, I have to check the requirements, wala pa akong apartment, sobrang wow. Akala ko ang haba ng oras ng preparation ko pero hindi pa. So, going further, the thing with the visa requirements, there are two important things I think. One is may nakapost sila na requirement sa portal. Pangalawa is yung cover letter na malalaman mo lang na kailangan pala kapag nakapagpa-schedule ka na. So, ako na schedule sa portal on 1, na-receive yung document na confirmation na kailangan pala ng cover letter, I have to cram the cover letter kasi on 2, I have to go to the VFS. But I will be mentioning it here para prepared na kayo. Kasi ayoko nung hindi ako prepared sa mga bagay-bagay. So I'm not sure if the lighting is good kasi nag-sunset na. It's 8 p.m. actually. It's 8:16 na. After I finish this video, I'm gonna have my dinner and then I'm gonna sleep. First requirement, entry visa application form. Merong application form sa portal, pero dahil ako nga ay hindi pa nag-work, I have questions dun sa document kung ano bang ilalagay ko, ano ba dapat ilagay ko kasi fresh grad ako. Not that fresh grad, pero I mean, I just graduated last academic year, so I have to make sure tama yung i-fill out ko sa form. So I have to email the VFS and embassy and medyo matagal sila mag-reply. Tapos sometimes the VFS cannot answer your questions straightforward. So they have to ask the embassy and then they have to forward back and forth. So yeah, bureaucracy. So kailangan mo ng mahabang pasensya talaga. Pangalawa is photo. You need a passport photo and a 2x2 photo. So within the time frame ng application ko at saka nung application sa university and application ng visa, medyo matagal na yung time frame. Kailangan nila within 6 months. So I have to have my photograph taken again. Passport photos. And then next one is old new passport. So you have to check the validity. It must be valid for, I think, within 6 months. Wait, let me check. Please consider a 6-month validity as required by the immigration. The expiring date must be 3 months longer than the visa requested period. So, dapat hindi pa mag-expire ang visa mo. Oh, ang passport mo. No, yeah. Hindi pa mag-expire yung passport mo for the duration na nag-request ka ng visa. I didn't have that much problem with the passport because I only have 2 passports, I think. The old one, di ko nagamit ever. Walang tatak. The second one is valid for a long time. Kasi na, abutan ko na yung 10 years. And yun na yung may tatak. So, that's what I mainly used. Then, third, 1, 2, 3. Fourth requirement, travel itinerary. For the travel itinerary, I already booked my flight tickets by then. I think, yung week na mag-a-apply na ako for visa, doon ako nag-book ng flight. I use Skyscanner. I'm not sponsored, but I use Skyscanner to check the flight rates. And then, directly pa rin ako sa website nag-apply. And I used Emirates because they have student discount. So, I'm not sponsored again, but if Emirates would be nice. Most is the travel itinerary nasa cover letter na to. So, I will be mentioning it later. And for the occupation, you have to prove what was your occupation, but since hindi nga ako nag-work, I have to present the certificate of enrollment that I got from my university and University confirmation from portal. So, University is a different portal from the confirmation of enrollment portal that you have from your university, in my case from Unimib. So, University, I think it is a general platform. Actually, I haven't much looked deeper into it, but it's related to, I think it's a government one because it's connected to the embassy. So when I got my visa, it was actually the university platform wherein I first got the confirmation that I got my visa already before even getting the confirmation from the embassy. So university, it is like a database. I'm not sure if that's the right term. It is a portal wherein you still have to put all of the requirements that you've submitted sa previous portal ng university. But this confirms na enrolled ka na sa university. So, you could only use University, I think, if you're confirmed for enrollment for a certain university in it. And I also added academic documents that I submitted sa university during the application. So, VFS will help you sort naman kapag nandun ka na. So, the documents that I brought were the diploma, the English translation of the diploma, English as medium of instruction, transcript of records, non-issuance of GPA and grade equivalency, official GWA certificate, and course overview. So these were the requirements that I processed for Unibib. Also included the enrollment invoice. Next is for the accommodation. I had an Airbnb accommodation for I think 8 days, 9 days. Kasi nga wala pa akong apartment at that time. And I was still waiting for the scholarship housing. So, Italy also have housing scholarships, which I will be discussing on a different video. Because I just really want to focus on visa this time. Proof of financial means, documents that I prepared were bank statement ng parents ko. I don't have a bank account that time. At that time, it must be up to 6 months back. Kasi kahit may bank account naman ako, wala naman akong laman na makakapag-prove that it will fund myself for my studies. And then, copy ng credit card bill statement, something related to that credit card ng parents pa rin. Then affidavit of support, which is signed by my parents. And I also included alongside that is birth certificate as proof na magulang ko sila, and their IDs, na photocopy ng IDs nila with 3 specimen signatures. So whenever I ask my parents to sign stuff, I always prepare their photocopy of their ID with 3 specimen signatures. And then for the proof of financial means, I searched on the internet about this, and yung binibigay nilang amount is around 467.65 euros per month. That should be what you could provide as a proof. However, I will tell you na it's not enough if you're actually here. Kasi renta pa lang, it's good. It's all over. Ang mahal-mahal ng rent ko pa lang. I don't wanna talk about it. Pero if you're gonna search about it online, sobrang mahal niya. Hindi ako makapaniwala. Kaya thankful ako. Scholarships. I also, well, this is for the cover letter, I mean, na I mentioned I'm still waiting for the scholarship. Then you also need travel insurance and health insurance. So you could check their accredited insurance companies, I mean. So ito na nga, ito yung not listed but needed, which is yung cover letter. So sa cover letter, I indicated there my name, so, and my personal details like birthday, passport number, residence, background ko as a student, saan ako graduate, what was my degree, where am I going to study now for my master's, and what am I gonna study. So short description about myself, where do I see myself after some time, what kind of career that I think I'm gonna have, ganon. Tapos, I followed it with a brief family background, name and work ng parents and ng sister ko. Tapos, I also mentioned our travel history locally and internationally. Then, I further mentioned yung purpose of travel, which is I will be studying for my master's, and source of funds like my parents. I mentioned na I have attached their bank account statements, about credit cards, ganyan. And na nag-apply ako for scholarship, and I'm still waiting for the results. Tapos, I also mentioned my length of stay. It's a 2-year program. So that they would know na this is where and what I am applying for. Then, they also need you to list your traveling companion, if any. Since I'm only going alone, I mentioned that I'm going solo for this, and I mentioned my flight details, where I would be staying once I arrived. And I also mentioned na wala pa nga akong apartment, so pagkadating ko, maghahanap pa ako. And I also mentioned na I will be arriving at this date because it gives me ample time prior to the start of the academic year to look for accommodations and to process my documents. Kasi pagkadating ko here, marami pang dokumento kailangan i-process, like tax code, residence permit, and stuff. And then insurance, important. Meron kang travel and health insurance. For the health insurance, I applied for WAI. That is the cheapest. But they also have the National Health Service, which is National Health Service, like self-explanatory. Yan, but it's more expensive. And I also explained all the documents that I have attached here. I attached for the visa application. Ano pa bang hindi ko na-mention? But I think I'll also list it down para may comprehensive list din kayo. Kasi it's difficult na you're just like listening to it. I'm more of a visual checklist type of person. What else did I have missed? Lagay dun sa general list na yung visa fee is free of charge. It's not free. Grabe, nainis ako nun kasi I mean, I have money by that time, pero mentally prepared ako na, wala akong babayaran kasi nakalagay free. Pero hindi pala siya free, hindi updated yung list. So, please, update your list. Like, paano kung wala akong dalang extra cash? General suggestion for you is that print it in A4, all of the documents, para uniform siya. Except, of course, like for transcript of records. It's in a different paper. Then have 3 copies. I think it's an overkill, 3 copies, but better safe than sorry. Photocopy each and every document and have 3 copies kasi sabihin natin 1 copy yung kukuhain nila. What if 2 copies yung kukuhain nila? Kasi some of my friends 2 copies yung kinuha. I don't know. Then, if ever man na isang copy lang yung kuhain nila, they will help you sort it naman kapag nandun ka na sa center, visa processing center. The rest of the documents would be, for me, I brought it here with me in Italy. And yan, ginamit ko, sinabit ko rin. So, ayun, naubusan na ako ng dokumento na. Nagpa-photocopy na lang din ulit ako. Okay, after visa. Yay! Visa part is done. I also have another 2 things that I prepared for early on. So, another is scuba. I've been wanting to get my license for quite some time when I decided na I want to do marine sciences. And una, ayaw pa ni mother kasi syempre, mothers, syempre sabihin nila delikado and stuff. And I know naman na there is a danger when it comes to this kind of stuff. Pero I still got my scuba license. It's kind of expensive. Grabe na-realize ko, apakamahal ng degree na ito. But anyway, ginusto ko to. Ayan, I got my scuba license around June? Was it June or July? I think June. And it was like 3 days, 2 nights in Batangas. And I'm glad that I did it, but now I still have to take more dives because, ayan, kailangan talaga more dives pa kasi to practice the buoyancy. And I'm looking forward to having more dives soon. So, isa yun sa mga pinag-preparean ko prior to leaving for Italy. And then another is language. For my university, they actually offer language classes at a low price. So currently, I'm taking language classes again because I need it. And required kasi may exam kami for that. We need to have at least a B1 level. But prior to that, I wanted to learn nga kasi hindi ko pa masyadong gamay. Like, it doesn't flow smoothly when I hear it. Parang, at first, it's very, what language? Except for numbers, kasi 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, similar to Filipino, Tagalog, Spanyol. Yun. So, I started attending language classes online under SDA, and April ako nag-start. I finished the course, but I still feel lacking kasi nga, hindi ko napapractice. And I get to practice language if I consume more content about it. And ngayon na nanood ako ng mga series. So, it's easier and better for me to retain the vocabs and phrases. So, ayun lang for now. So, sometimes I'm looking at the screen. I should be looking at the camera. Bear with me. I'm a newbie vlogger.